Hello everybody. The other day I uploaded a video saying that my Dragon Quest Tact account has been gone. For lack of better words, it was in fact gone. I have good news today to report that I was able to get it back with the help of the Dragon Quest Tact assistance team. As you can see, my account is back. What a nightmare. Just straight up nightmare. So, if you guys aren't familiar with what happened, I actually had to get a new phone because my other phone, I use a OnePlus 9. My other phone's charger, like the actual port, got a little bit wonky. It wasn't damaged from what I saw. There was no sort of corrosion. There was no sort of debris. There was no like rusty contacts. I checked, and there was no real reason as to why the phone would charge the way it would. It would charge and stop and charge and stop, and it was really no sense of reliability. Luckily for me, I was able to do a warranty exchange and swap it out and get a new phone. Same OnePlus 9 model, except that this one's charge port actually works flawlessly. If you guys know a little bit of OnePlus devices, they offer what's called warp charging or super VOOC charging, and they charge from 0 to 15 minutes. 0 to 80 in about 15 minutes, and a full charge in about 25. They do a 65 watt charging. Never mind all the tech mumbo jumbo, but it seems like it maybe just wore down the actual charge port over time. And it's been a nightmare. So what happened was I went to migrate my account, and as you saw in the previous video, it said that secure browsing is not allowed on this device. Please install Google Chrome or the Facebook app to transfer your stuff. I already have the Google Chrome app as well as the Facebook app, so I deleted them, reinstalled them, tried to do it that way, nothing. Tried them on another device, including a Google Pixel device, the Google Pixel 4a, and same thing. Tried it on Kelly's tablet, which is a Samsung Galaxy S7 FE, nothing. Just nothing. And it was a nightmare. It was... Okay, so I still hadn't wiped out my old phone. I still had it. I was in the process of doing all the data transfer, so I still had it. I hadn't turned it back in yet. And I went through and I created a Square Enix Bridge account. Felt like that was the easiest way to do it. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. Because I was able to log into the information on a new phone, but when I did, it proceeded to do the migration and wiped it off of my old phone, meaning the account wasn't there, but the account wasn't also successfully on my new phone. So I went through the actual support where if we go back to the title screen, we'll be able to show you what that looks like. But they ask you a variety of different questions. It's contact. And so it says, oh, if I change my name, how do I transfer it over? Whatever, that's what I was doing, is going for the help there. But it says contact is about Dragon Quest Tact. And you have this form to fill out, right? So I did Square Enix account, I did data recovery and request. And then if you come here, it says, this one is actually new. The game started from the very beginning instead of from save. I wonder if they put this here just because of the situation that happened to me. Because that definitely was not there, and I have a video showcasing that. So that's interesting. And then it says Android. I don't know what the hell my card is. And then you go into here and it asks you a variety of questions saying your player ID, which I didn't know my player ID. I was looking through old videos and I could not find it anywhere either, so I just used my Square Enix Bridge. And then it asks you for a bunch of questions, including your security questions and stuff like this. I filled all this out, sent in a request. I luckily had some screenshots from the day of my account going missing. I had done some multi-pulls and I had posted it in the Dragon Quest Wudas Discord showing my pulls. So luckily I had at least that. So I had some screenshots. I had all my purchase receipts from Google because I don't delete anything. So luckily I had a crap ton of information. But when I sent them all this in, it seems like they completely didn't even read it. And let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, yeah, so I have this pulled up. This is from the actual support team. And it's like, oh, thank you for contacting the Dragon Quest support team. We're sorry to hear you have lost access to your account and would like to help. Be happy to assist you. If you backed up your account through one of the available methods on the Square Enix bridge, you will be able to restore your game through the following steps. Now, I had messaged them in a first message saying that I had backed it up on Google, Facebook, and through Square Enix bridge, and that none of them were working. So again, they're giving me instructions on how to go ahead and link my account, despite me telling them already. Then they asked for more information, which again was already filled out in the actual contact form. Just completely stupid. So I gave some information, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh, hello, it's already been previously provided. I even gave them a YouTube video showing all the things that was going on, as well as all this information, some screenshots. As you can see, I sent in a bunch of different screenshots and receipts, to which they said, thank you for providing the requested information. We understand that you have taken steps to transfer your game data from the new device using Square Enix account. After following our steps to restore your game, we would like you to please attempt to enter a new game by tapping the title screen. If you're replacing the Dragon Quest Tact account, if you prompted, okay, agree to terms of service, however, you replace into a new account and said, please take a screenshot of the profile question and provide a player ID and a next reply. So I did that, waited a couple hours, actually went to sleep and woke up the next morning, and it was able to work. So I created a new account, sent them the player ID of that one, and then I messaged them saying that it had worked, and I was like, oh, thank you for your service. I'm like, oh, thank you for the reply and confirmation. They literally just copy and pasted my account onto the new player ID, which is fine, but just say like something, oh, sorry, something went wrong. They seemingly made it seem like I was doing something wrong. They were like, oh, you didn't back up your account wrong. Oh, yeah, we just need to go ahead and transfer this data. Like, just say, oh, like, something went to happen with your account. We're going to create you a new player ID, and we're going to move the information over to that account for you. That's all you have to say. Like, I don't know. But I'm really glad to just have my account back. Nothing was lost besides some, playtime. They didn't compensate me at all. I didn't ask for compensation either. I'm not going to ask for compensation. But boy, what a nightmare. I want to thank everybody who was there supporting me, especially in the Woodus community, and a few comments on YouTube. But I'm just really glad to have my account back. If this ever happens to you, just, stay adamant. Don't just give up on it. That's the one thing I learned. And one thing I will suggest is going into your player info and just taking a screenshot of your player ID, your player name, your total CP, and keeping things such as your first team, because they did ask me, they were like, oh, what was the last monster you leveled up? What was the last monster you ranked up? What was the members of your first team and their level? What was your last scout? What was your last swap ticket purchase? A bunch of different things that they asked. So I would just every now and then just go through and periodically update that. Obviously, the player ID is something that's not really going to ever change unless something like this happens. They ask you how much gold was there, how much gems you had, all these questions that you would never really know the answer to if you're not able to get into your account. So I hate to say that they're kind of, hard to deal with, and it's a little bit ridiculous in terms of it's like the sense of what they need for you to prove that you are who you are, especially when you've already provided information to prove that. I appreciate the account security, but at the same time, it's one of those things that's like, how do you expect me to know all this? How can I even get this information? Because I can't log into my account. But yeah, hopefully this never happens to you guys. If it does, and feel free to reach out. Obviously, I have a little bit more experience with this now than most. But yeah, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.